George Kilpatrick, inspiration for the nation, celebrating people we feel good about. So, I had a really good time this week at the Tucker Missionary Baptist Church. It was part of their Full Life Festival, Golden Hour. And all that meant was that it was an opportunity for seniors to get together and have a conversation about their health. And so, guess what I was asked to do? I was asked to talk about healthy tips and lifestyle for those 50 and above. I know I don't look it, but yeah, I'm over 50. So here's what I suggested to the folks there, right? So I started by sharing that listen, I've been on the journey like many of you, and it starts one day at a time. But the key word is commitment. What is your commitment to being healthier and wherever you are? And my point to the audience was, how can you be your healthiest? What does that mean for you, and how do you make it happen? And so for me, it was the commitment to working out, and I'm talking about at least 5 to 6 times a week. Now that may be hard for some of you, right? And I'm telling you, that was the commitment that I made, that I wanted to make sure that I was my healthiest, and that meant that I would be 4, 5, 6 times a week for my exercise regimen. And in that regimen, sometimes I would do 2 a days, but I don't have time like that anymore. And the result was that I was able to significantly reduce my weight, even losing as much as 50 pounds. And so so what did I actually do, right? Well, a lot of it had to do with, what's your motivation? What's your inspiration? You have to find your why. And one of the things I said to the folks there is that only you can determine what you should look like and what your body should look like. You know, if you aren't feeling the very best that you want to feel in your body. So that's up to you to decide how you're going to go about this in your, I want to say, in your life and your lifestyle. But what I did tell people, and this really surprised them, that 80% of the lifestyle change that you want has to do with what you're putting into your mouth, right? It's your diet, what you choose to eat, that is the majority of the problem that we have if we are trying to change our body composition. You notice I said change your body composition. Or in other words, if your goal is to lose weight, then you can lose weight. But I'm also saying to you, it's still important, no matter what weight you are, that you move by any means necessary. And I mean move by any means necessary, because that's the key, right? You've got to move. Now, what is it about being 50 plus, and why is movement important? Well, first of all, you improve your health outcomes, you get an enhanced quality of life, you have more energy to do the kind of things you want to do, if you know what I'm talking about. Better mental health, and you do lower the risk of chronic diseases. And there are all kinds of exercises you can do. Now, what if you have limited mobility, right? What if and I mean that, like, for some people, they don't have a lot of you may not be able to move as much, but there's still things you can do, no matter what your physical opportunities are. I'm going to say opportunities, because you can look at a limitation as a limitation, or the opportunity. In other words, I have the opportunity to do more arm exercises if I have limited mobility with my legs, or if I have not as much strength in my arms. I have tremendous opportunity to do more leg exercises. So what kind of exercises are we talking about? Aerobics. That could be walking, which is probably the thing that most of us can do at a particular pace every day. Strength training, really critical for bone density and health. For those of us who are in our senior years, it's really important to do some strength exercises. You don't have weights at home? No problem. You got soup cans, right? You've got milk cartons, right? You got all those things. You can use those things to get exercise in your house. If you have stairs, you can go up and down the stairs as a significant exercise. A lot of us have the smart watches. The smart watches help you count your steps. The recommendation is that you get at least 10,000 steps a day. And you can do low impact activities. I like to do push-ups, so I'm up to doing as many as I can on a daily basis. I like doing push-ups, but I'm also a little bit more aggressive in the gym. I like an intense workout in the gym. And so those are the kinds of things that I do. So my regimen includes walking on the Stairmaster. If you have a gym membership, I do walking on the Stairmaster. I do all kinds of things that I think is going to help me in in my daily regimen. Also, it's important that you have and so you can do some also low impact. You can do the, what do you call that? Elliptical. You can do the elliptical, and you can do some other kinds of exercises as well. But it's important that exercise for your daily health and well-being is critically important. And again, strength training, aerobic exercises, flexibility, stretching. That's something that I don't do enough of. I definitely don't do enough of that. But stretching is another important component of a healthy routine. Also, again, low impact activities can also be a critical part. Again, strength training will build strength and muscles, maintain bone density, and improve balance, coordination, and mobility, reduce your risk of falling, and help you to maintain your independence. Now, depending upon your flexibility, obviously core exercises that might be sit-ups. If it's hard to get on a chair, you can sit in your chair and just raise your knees. You could do legs, raise your knees. You can do chair exercises. There's so many things you can do. The importance of movement is critically important. And again, the more you can do, the more independent you are in terms of your opportunities. Now let's talk about diet, right? Because diet is so important to our health and our well-being, right? So we're talking about fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains, and water. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. And some things that we ought to limit or enjoy in moderation. Uh, processed sugars, refined sugars, and processed foods in moderation. I try to go for whole grain as much as I can. Like if I eat bread, some people like there's lots of different diets. One of the things I said to the folks that I've tried a lot of different things in different spurts, right? To as my trainer JT used to say at the time, tricking your body into doing different things so you don't get bored with doing the same thing over and over again. One of the things that people, and if you're trying to lose weight, for example, people seem to like, what do you call it? Intermittent fasting, right? And all that means is you restrict your eating to a certain time of day. So let's say you want to do the 18-hour fast, right? So that means that or the 16-hour fast. Let me get my numbers right. So that means that you would then let's say you decide I'm going to start my eating at 12 o'clock. So from 12 to 6, maybe that's your window of eating. But then after 6, you wouldn't eat anything else until 12 o'clock the next day, right? So that's an 18-hour fast. Maybe you do a 14-hour fast. Maybe some people do a 20-hour fast, right? But people have found a lot of success. But whatever works for you, right? You can do smoothies. You can do green smoothies, vegetables. Whatever, you can eat as much as you want in terms of vegetables. Try to stay away from the white flours and the white rice and the white. Potatoes are good for you. I'm not going to say they're not good for you, but maybe try some cauliflower or some Brussels sprouts. Do you know if you do like a baked Brussels sprouts, let them caramelize, it's so delicious. drizzle with a little olive oil and a little crushed red pepper and a sprinkle of salt. Reduce your salt intake as well, and also drink in moderation if you are going to drink. So those are some. I didn't say drink at the church though, but those are some of the things. And I gave them a raw kale salad recipe that I have made publicly. Basically, you massage the kale for 3 minutes. You do lemon, extra virgin olive oil, black eyed peas, crushed red pepper flakes, sazon seasoning, Parmesan cheese, wild or brown rice, and mix all of that together, and you got a great salad that's refreshing and it tastes really well. So, in summary, I told my folk, look, you've got to start where you are, find what works for you and stick to it, eat cleaner, stay active, and move by any means necessary. And also, I think this is important, get a buddy and hold each other accountable. And whether your goal is just overall fitness, whether it's just weight loss, whatever your goal is, it is attainable because I'm proof pudding that you can do it. And by the way, just so you know, I am recovering from a 6 months ago, I had total knee replacement. And if I was not in shape, my recovery might have been a lot longer and a lot difficult. I'm still in recovery. Don't get it twisted. I'm definitely still in recovery. But because I was active physically, it made my recovery that much stronger and that much better. So, in summary, I want you to stay active. I want you to get as much whole grains and fruits and vegetables in your diet as possible. I also said mental well-being. Get your checkup from the neck up. A lot of us are dealing with unresolved trauma in our lives. I also encourage people to get that support that they need. Get quality sleep as well. I know that's something that I struggle with, but I know it's critically important and critically possible. If you are on medication, make sure you are up to date with your medications. Manage your stress. Get the negative people out of your life. Connect socially. If you have if you're a member of a social club or a church, make sure you stay connected. Do brain games, puzzles, and things of that nature. And aging is a natural part of life. So, but sickness is not necessarily a part of that as well. So I encourage you to be the best that you can be. Do what you have to do to be the healthiest you that you can possibly be. Only you can tell what that. Only you can tell what that means for you and what that looks like for you. I'm George Kilpatrick, Inspiration for the Nation. Stay active, be healthy, eat healthier, eat clean, and be the best you can possibly be. Inspiration for the Nation.